Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Geneforge 4. We just cleared out another area, the shard field here. Got quite a bit of coin, and I actually used some of that to improve some of my spells a bit. And now we're to go investigate the Shaper camp here. So let's go and find out what it's like. Let's see. There is a path along the water here, created by many passing humans and creations. Some of the tracks are of boots, others are of large clawed feet. Most are moving north. You stop and listen. First you notice the lack of animal sounds. Then you hear, faintly in the distance, the sounds of activity. The clanging of metal on an anvil, spells being discharged, the shouts of training soldiers. You are not far from a large armed camp. You may have discovered the hidden base of the invading Shapers, but you will have to get closer to see for sure. Well, we'll do just that. Oh, we found their garbage. Did they leave anything in here? They did. What? It's always worth looking around in the garbage piles. Usually you'll find one useful thing that someone decided to throw out for God knows what reason. Oh, here's their supplies. Quite a few supplies. Why would they leave it here? Seriously, why here? You walk past the camp, getting a good look at the stacks of equipment, the whips and rope that will control hordes of massive creations, the wagons to transport supplies. You can hear the camp more clearly here. It must be huge. Yet strangely, no guards have been left out here. You haven't seen anyone yet. They are all back in the camp. You can't imagine why they would be so careless. Unless you are being watched right now. You've certainly seen enough to know where the enemy is camped. However, if you continue, they are sure to see you. Well, I think we've gone far enough then. Let's head out of here. Uh-oh. As you try to get away from the Shaper camp before they get over their uncharacteristic lack of security, you find that the path is blocked. It turns out that you were not unobserved after all. There is a lone guardian waiting for you. The guardians are the soldiers and warriors of the Shaper sect, and this is one of the more frightening specimens of the type. In one hand he wields a blade. The other hand is bare and glows a sickly green, ready to shape more creations in a moment if needed. You brace yourself, ready to be destroyed. But he does not attack. His blade is still for now. Your life hangs in the balance, young one. Calm yourself. I am General Crowley. For now I only wish to speak with you, in the hope that your death can be prevented. Why aren't you attacking me? Because we Shapers are not savages, despite what you rebels like to think. Because we are not without mercy. When we see someone with talent, someone who is young and not totally twisted, we like to give them better options. And I also wish to give you an opportunity. An opportunity. Indeed. Once you rebels controlled most of Eastern Terrestia. Now you have lost most of that. Only your northern lands remain under your control. That will not last for long. And yet the bloodshed continues. We die, you die, regular people die. I simply wanted you to know what you could get if you assisted us. I am a servile, a rogue creation. Nothing but death awaits me at your hands. You really think that? Recent events have forced us to reevaluate some of our policies. Make no mistake, you will not be hailed as a hero, but you will not be destroyed. Well, I'm listening. That is wise. You do not have to swear obedience to us this moment, but you must hear what I have to say. Your rebellion is doomed. This is true, but it has the capability to cause horrifying damage before its inevitable demise. You might do real good by helping to prevent this approaching disaster. In addition, of course, to the power and other rewards you can gain by helping us. The rebellion is not doomed. Oh, of course. The constant losses of materials, of people, of territory, the lack of any sort of success in the last 2 years, the loss of all of Southeast Terrestia, truly the hallmarks of success. If you know anything, know this. If you stay with the rebellion, you will die. I hope your beliefs are strong, because they have to justify your violent end. Power, rewards. The purity of the Shaper sect has been somewhat damaged by events of late. We have had to be practical in some ways. We have had to share our secrets, our resources with outsiders who have provided assistance to us. Magic, wealth, even the few secrets of shaping, these will be given to you if you can help us prevent the coming disaster. It is a lesser evil sort of situation. What is the potential disaster? The rebellion in the north is of creations, not humans. Creations led by the Dracons. The Dracons are maddened by their losses. They are planning something. We don't know what exactly, but we are sure of this. The people you are fighting for, the creations you pretend to help, their suffering will be almost limitless if the Dracons are able to unleash the power of truly uncontrolled shaping onto the world. Why should I believe this? Look around! Look at the ruins! Count the bones! This was from the beginning of the rebellion, the baby steps before the Dracons got desperate, and it is nothing compared to what will happen if the war continues. And if you tell me what you want, can we end this conversation? You are free to go right now. I am not going to kill you. Opposing us, you are a small thing, insignificant. Helping us, you can be great. We can talk more if you wish, or you can go. But I hope you will at least hear what I want. It's a small thing you will find. No cruelty, no betrayals. Just a bit of peacemaking. Why are you trying to recruit me? Because we need your help. Or the help of someone like you. The rebels are doomed, but they have a fanatical sense of purpose. It is difficult to spy on them, and they have enough power to do great harm. That is why we can forgive you for your crimes. We can even ignore the way you, a creation, have gone so completely rogue. We can learn from each other instead of having to destroy you. But only if you aid us. Help us to help you. Can you give me any supplies or aid right now? Not at this point. Not without a genuine gesture of support on your part. That works both ways. Some support from you would help me to trust you. The General is silent for a moment. This did not occur to him. Finally he nods. Then he removes a charm from around his neck and hands it to you. Here, I have provided you with tangible assistance. Understand this. We want to work with you. We want you to give us a reason to spare you. And we will be true to our word. General Crowley stands silently, waiting to hear what you have to say. You can't see his face through his helmet, and all of him, except for one hand, is clad in thick steel plate. I met an agent named Miranda in Southforge. Yes, Miranda somehow managed to let herself be captured. I am glad that she lives. It would go very hard for you if you had harmed her. Don't worry about her. I'm sure we will free her soon enough. Tell me about the disaster you say is coming. To understand it, you must understand the Shapers. Our ways, our laws. The power to shape is awesome. The foolish, the mad, the greedy, they can do incredible harm. We believe that your rebellion, in its desperation, is about to unleash unspeakable terrors on the world. We need to find Northforge Citadel so that it can be prevented. What sort of harm can be done? Where to begin? The creation of a disease, or a new weed that strangles the crops and starves the people, or an even stronger sort of Dracon that can't control itself and launches on a rampage of mindless destruction. It is impossible to imagine all of the harm that can be done with the shaping art. Then why allow it to exist at all? General Crowley is silent. You aren't sure whether he thinks your question is too foolish to notice, or he truly doesn't have a good answer. So this is your excuse for never sharing your powers? Excuse? If you would call it that. But we Shapers have proved through the centuries that we can control our power. We do it through firm laws and brutal self-control. We can be cruel in our treatment of rogues, for example, but we are responsible with our power. Very true, and in all honesty, in the war between the rebels and the Shapers, yes, they're cruel, but they have shown that they are very responsible with their power and very understanding of all the risks. There is no good side on this. Where is Northforge Citadel? We do not know, yet. Now that Southforge is discovered, all of our efforts will focus on locating Northforge before it is too late. What do you wish me to do for you? There is a woman named Shalia. She was one of your prospectives. She was treated by the crude techniques of the rebels. Their idiocy did her great harm, as it has done for many others you should know. Now the rebels are trying to kill her, but she has been in contact with us. She wants to return to Shaper Land so we can treat her. Shalia is in the boiling caverns to the north. If you find Shalia, help her. Escort her to the docks to the east of the caverns. We will help her from there. How did Shalia contact you? She is a shaper. Well, a life crafter, you would say. She has her ways, but despite the damage, she has come to see that the shapers are wiser than she thought. You say that the rebel techniques are crude? Crude? They are butchery! You don't know how lucky you are that their foolish Geneforge did not leave you mad or dead! Isn't she insane? Yes, she is, but not permanently so. If the rebels were interested in healing her instead of killing her, they would see that. We will treat her, and we will examine her to understand exactly what the rebels are doing. All will benefit. Is there any other way I can help you? If you are feeling enthusiastic, if you can find any hidden rebel agents, spies in disguise, I would like to know about it. We need to find every life crafter in the Forsaken Lands. Even one can do incredible harm. That is all. Goodbye. General Crowley nods. Then I wish you safe travels. I wish you wisdom so that you choose the right path. And should you need to speak with me again, return here. When I am informed that you approach, I will come out to meet you. So, well, we leveled up, so there's that. As I said, leadership and mechanics to 8. Well, let's go turn in this other quest we have. I found the Shaper camp. Excellent! Most helpful! Of course, we are far outclassed, and if we do not flee immediately, we will be crushed, but it's better to know that than not know it. He walks into the storage shed and returns a minute later with an old belt. He hands it to you. That's a grimy bit of equipment, but it has protected great warriors in the past. Wear it well. Do you have any more jobs for me? No, I think I have delayed you from your business for long enough. You have been a great help to me. Shaped belt. Nice. Very nice. Oh, stability bauble. That's better than the blessed bauble. That's actually the item we got from him. Alright, let's go sell these 2 items and find a place to store this stuff. Actually, you know what? We'll store it in here. Because I don't know if we'll even be able to come back there. So, yeah. Bam. Storage. Anyway, let's sell this stuff. While I do all this, I do feel I have to talk. After that big discussion with the Shapers, it does sound like they are changing a bit, but they are feeling it's entirely out of necessity. They do admit they're cruel to their creations, but they feel it's out of necessity. And I don't know whether they'd be more cruel to creations because of all this, just to keep this from happening again, or if they'd be more lenient and more fair. And on the other hand, they do make a good point. That even though they are cruel to creations and very restrictive, they're responsible. They know what they're doing. They know they need to be very careful with their powers. They know how dangerous it all is. And someone has to. They've shown they have experience with it. So there's that. The Rebellion, from what I've seen in the past 3 games, and here, they've shown they don't really have the responsibility. I mean, letting creations run free. The more wild, the more hostile ones. Creating spawners. All this stuff. None of it is good. It is terrible and just creates widespread chaos. On the other hand, they are kind to others. So, it's a question. What is better? Control or kindness? I'd say it all depends on the situation. In some cases, control is better. In other cases, it's better to be kind to creations. Oh well. How much time did that take anyway? And you know what? Even though that was a very short episode, mainly with a lot of talking, I think I can end it here. We didn't go very far, we didn't do very much, but at least there was a lot of information we learned here, and a lot of stuff we had to learn. Next episode, we'll start going to Shalia and figure out what the hell we're going to do with her. The Shapers say they want to help her, but Do they really? I don't know. We'll make our way there in the next episode. Till then, I am Chester44. That is Enrique, Moyes, and Greenfang. This has been a Geneforge 4 Let's Play, and I will see you all next time.